Alright, this is part 2 of the trike build. I think we last left off on these foot pegs, I guess you can call them. Pretty self-explanatory. That's what I did here. Just weld it center on this, put a little brace here, and what I'm going to do here is find the right position after I find where the seat's gonna go, and then I'll weld that on right there, and then you got a free spinning little pedal, and the seat is all kind of preference. I think I'm gonna raise this one up 1.5 inches just because of the big wheel. It kind of puts a different angle on. So I'm gonna make a bracket that comes up and put the seat on top so it's a little higher and your legs aren't as crunched. On my other trike, I'll just give you an idea. I just did flat bars right across. Let's see if we can get over there. I don't know if you can see that, but I just did flat bars and bolted it right to it. So it's kind of a preference thing, whatever you feel like works. And yeah, then we'll talk about how to mount these wheels. Alright, so how I did this rear axle here to mount the wheels on. I'm not saying this is the best way to do it, but it's definitely the cheapest, easiest, and quickest way. I used the 1 inch outside diameter for the axle. I used what was it, 1/2 inch EMT for a sleeve, and then I used a 6 inch, I believe, by 5/8 bolt that I cut the head off and slipped into the actual axle. The reason I used this little sleeve that I call it is because there is quite the gap from the bolt and the inside of the axle, so that just helped kind of space it out. This is kind of a demonstration on what I'm talking about if this does not make sense, which it should, but let's call this the axle and this is that 5/8 bolt. All I did, slide it in to a depth I was happy with, which this is my hub, if you can see that. I spaced it out so the end of the hub ends right on like 1 or 2 threads, and then I just welded, as you can see here, welded all that, so the hub meets up with that. Let me just move that back. Meets up with that on this side nicely, and you obviously have enough threads on this side. Now what I'm using for a wheel is a 10-inch Dolly Wheel. They are extremely cheap. I think this one was 15 bucks. Yeah, they're, I mean, the bearings in them, they might blow out eventually. I haven't had that problem yet. I mean, they're cheap, and if you're doing this on a budget, then, I don't know, I think it's the way to go. Some people are running go-kart tires and rims, but those are gonna run you a couple $100, and that would require a different axle bolt setup for what we're using it for. This is a perfect setup, I think. Haven't had any problems. I'll just come over here and show you that. And yeah, so for the rest of it, it's pretty straightforward. I think I think I'm gonna end it here. Just really got to get paint, seat has to get mounted, and this thing's ready to ride. I've already taken it for one test drive, and it does work with this big wheel. It's actually works better than my trike here, actually. And one last thing that I forgot to mention when I was talking about the axle on the other trike I was showing you, you want to make sure you use a nylon locking nut, because if you don't use that, then this nut will eventually come loose. You don't want that to happen when you're going sideways down a hill. So make sure you get the 5/8 nylon lock nut. That is it for this trike build. If you have any questions, please comment below and I will answer those questions. Also subscribe, because I'm going to have a lot more videos of this trike and a couple other trikes that we've built in action. So it should be pretty good. See you next time.